I threw out the cake my wife made for my daughter to avoid drama because it wasn't good enough for her. Now my wife is furious and called my daughter a spoiled brat. I have a 14-year-old daughter, Kayla, from my first marriage. Kayla's a great kid but is going through a phase where she's very critical of everything, especially cooking, because she watches a lot of cooking and baking shows and wants to be a chef someday. Her birthday is this week, and since my ex-wife and I are on good terms we always all celebrate it together. Kayla lives with her mom most of the time. This will be our first family celebration since I got remarried 4 months ago, so obviously my new wife, Sharon, is coming. Sharon has done her best to be a great stepmother to Kayla, but Kayla has been very resistant because she's a teenager and change is hard. Whenever they're together, Kayla will make snide remarks about Sharon's clothes or something cringy she says or stuff like that. Sharon volunteered to make Kayla's birthday cake. Sharon is a great cook who made a very elaborate, beautiful cake for my birthday earlier this year, so I thought this was a great idea and Kayla's mother agreed. Sharon baked the cake the day before Kayla's birthday while I was at work. When I got home and saw it, I was shocked. It was a very minimalist, boring brown cake. It looked like she ran out of frosting, because it had white frosting on it but not enough to cover the cake, so it was showing through in places and looked patchy and cheap. The letters on top that said happy birthday Kayla were uneven and kind of hard to read. Honestly, the whole thing was a mess. Now, if this had been for my birthday, I would have smiled and thanked her and acted happy about it because I would have appreciated that she went through the trouble of making a cake at all. But I knew if she brought this cake to Kayla, Kayla would have some comments about the quality that would hurt Sharon's feelings, and it would make their relationship even worse because Kayla would think Sharon didn't make a real effort and ruined her birthday and Sharon would feel unappreciated. And frankly, Kayla deserves better than this. This cake and all of the pictures from her party, surrounded by the beautiful decorations my ex-wife puts up, would stick out like a sore thumb, and every time Kayla looked at the pictures she'd remember that Sharon made a lazy cake for her. So I made a decision and threw the cake away. It was impulsive, but I didn't want to argue about it with Sharon, and I knew if I just went ahead and threw it away then there was no going back and she would have to make a new one rather than trying to defend this one. Sharon got home from the store a little while after and was very confused when she saw the cake was missing. When she realized I'd thrown it away, she was furious. I explained to her that the cake wasn't good enough for Kayla, and she told me it was something called a naked cake. That's very trendy nowadays apparently, and she thought Kayla would appreciate it. I told her that even if that was the case, it didn't excuse the crooked letters on top. Sharon blew up. I tried to explain that I thought the cake was beautiful, even though I didn't, but because it was for Kayla, who's very opinionated, it needed to be perfect. I told her I was just thinking about her feelings and the future of her relationship with Kayla. Then Sharon said that her relationship with Kayla was only strained because I have spoiled Kayla and made her a brat who thinks she deserves whatever she wants, and that she isn't even sure if she wants a relationship with a teenager who would be mean about a birthday cake. And then she said, and I'm not sure I want a relationship with the father of that daughter either. I can't believe she's threatening divorce over a birthday cake. On top of that, I asked her if she was going to make a new cake for Kayla and she laughed at me. So now I have to explain to my ex-wife that Sharon isn't making a cake after all, one day before the party, which I'm sure will do wonders for Sharon's relationship with Kayla and my ex-wife. I can't believe trying to get everyone to get along has caused this much drama, which was exactly what I was hoping to avoid. I just want Kayla to have a nice birthday and to accept Sharon, but somehow I've become the bad guy.